What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, I am Alicia J. We are coming live here with the cast, some of the cast members of Perception. So I'm going to let them go around the room and introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Demi. Yeah, I'm Demi. How you doing?
You're Janae.
Oh shit! Alright, start over. Wait, I'm Janae. Known as Demi on the show. How y'all doing?
Cashmere. I play T, also the director and camera person.
I'm Danny. I play Jazz.
Jazz. One of Angel friends.
Mm-hmm.
But we just wanted to come here and check in with you guys and just see how y'all were feeling about the show and just go over some things that we have seen in the show. Because I just want to mention that they are actually seeing the show for the first time too. So they don't know what's going to happen. These scenes were pre-recorded and they were just acting out their parts and they did not, no one else saw any of the other scenes. So how did y'all feel about that when y'all were filming?
To be honest, I ain't really like it. I ain't really like it because I wanted to know what was going on with everybody. Because I already knew what was going on in my storyline, but I did not know everybody else's storyline. So that I wanted to know. But now seeing it for the first time with y'all, it's like exciting stuff. I'm happy I didn't get to see it.
You got to see it because you edited it. So how did you feel about it?
Um,
You were like an in and out type of situation.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I was actually surprised because y'all didn't tell me what the purpose of anything was.
She just showed up.
What we
She
do.
just showed up.
And it's just like, oh, that's what that was for.
So we're gonna get into some scenes, and I took notes because I was at work and I couldn't use my phone, so I wasn't like texting y'all. No, I got a 9 to 5, want to keep my job, but I took some notes, and we're gonna just go through the episodes and things like that. The last time we left off, it was episode 3. We didn't really get into the last scene of episode 3, which is when we welcome Tiny to the family, and we get into the gay stories and things like that. So how did y'all feel about that? Did y'all have like a similar coming out story to anybody, or?
I enjoyed everybody coming out story just so we can see like the different things that people actually went through in their coming out, because everybody got a different story, so it was dope. And I believe everybody's story was actually true. That was like a true coming out story. So
I was holding the camera, so I couldn't tell my coming out story. but I don't know. I feel like I really didn't have a coming out story. Like my mom found like a letter from a girl, and it just was like, she was like, oh, that girl wanted sex from you. Like, what's going on here? And she was just like, burn this, and then it was just like, all right, but it was never like, all right. I never really came out and said like, oh yeah, y'all, I'm gay. I just been who I am, so it was like. Okay.
Now, as watching like the live chats and things like that, I found that a lot of people didn't go through some of the things that the girls went through on the show, where it was some people were put out and things like that. Mm-hmm. So it was surprising. So to hear that from you is like a different perspective. Mm-hmm. So how did you feel?
I thought it was stories was funny. A little bit interesting. I think. Sense of humor. I didn't necessarily have a coming out story. It was just more like,
dude here.
I guess that's typical Aries style. I guess like. But I was fortunate. Some of the stories I was fortunate enough to not go through some of the things that other people went through.
definitely.
Once their family, found out, from being out on the streets and, I didn't have to live with friends or anything like that. So I was a lucky one, and it actually made me appreciative of the family that I grew up with. We had Russian, but
family is family.
Family is family.
Family is family. Okay, so then we're going to go into the character of Demi. So I have a question for you guys. Do you think that Demi is just a player and she's just living her life and she's fab and she's just like, you know, just dating around? Or do you feel like there is something beyond Demi's dating around? Is there a hurt there, or?
I mean, I'm answering the question.
You answer.
Demi is just living her best, you know, single, independent life. Like, and I don't like the fact that people be saying, oh, is Demi a hoe or is she a player? But let a stud, I'm doing the same thing that studs do, and I'm getting, you know, the backlash of it or the downplay of it. And y'all niggas do too.
Oh, God, why you gotta look at us, baby?
Demi whole character full of shit.
Excuse you?
Listen, Demi whole character, and y'all heard the excuse she just gave.
Tell us how you really
Oh.
feel.
But, guys, y'all know, femmes is the worst offenders.
Oh
Like,
my God.
but they are.
Here you
Yeah, and
go.
it be smooth with it, like.
And she's so smooth with it, quite the natural. Quite the natural.
Yeah.
So yeah, how do you
But,
feel?
I mean, I respect, you know, Demi, and I feel like she's not misleading, but at the same time, she's not giving the whole truth.
So you feel like there's something more there.
Bro, just be honest. Just say she was the shit.
I don't know, because I don't know if it's a backstory, like she's playing these people because she's been played before and she don't want to get hurt no more, or it's just her. Like, I look forward to see how her character develops.
Stay
You
tuned.
get like a backstory to it, like, you know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So episode 4, Angel lying to her friends about the abuse. And how about the abuse period? Let's talk about the abuse period. How did y'all feel about that? Like, did you expect that when you seen Jay sitting on the couch and things like that? Did y'all expect that was what was going to happen? I know you know, but did y'all expect that?
No.
No.
I didn't expect it to go the way that my eyes wants it happened.
Yeah. Like, I literally, episode 4, I wanted to throw my phone.
We have someone who comments and like, I brought an extra phone to the live. Like, we read the comments, we be cracking up.
Yo, Angel burns me the butt up now. And episode 4, it was just like when she got on top of her, like over top of her, and was yelling, like she did a great fucking job. But the triggers came out, and it was I'm still looking for Angel.
They be like, drop your location.
Yeah, where is Angel? Somebody
No, they did not say that.
Somebody even compared her to Tariq from Power.
Yeah, like
They said she's like a little bit worse.
Wow.
That's funny. But
I mean, I think like me being like behind the camera and watching it, it was definitely like a very emotional thing to watch. Cause like even though I know it's not real, like you still get caught up in it. And I just like imagine like people that actually do go through this. It's
right.
Damn, like come on, like I don't know. It does like, you know, pull at different parts of you, you know, trying to like figure out like what's. Cause then you think about like, oh, what is really wrong with Angel?
Right.
And you don't want to like downplay her, like or whatever, like, but you feel like something gotta be wrong with her, you know, something be going.
Yeah, but just have these snap out moments, these anger issues.
She go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what? And then she jump.
How did you feel about it though?
Me?
Yeah.
It was so weird playing that part because literally when I would get on set and like Fame is who actually plays Angel, I would get on set with Fame and I'd be like, our energy gotta be here today. We gotta have chemistry. I don't care what we put on screen, we gotta have chemistry. And like we would really get on screen and I would just no longer see Fame and I would just see Angel, and it was just like I was really in this relationship with this abusive person, and like she really made that come to life for me. So it just like it was triggering, like you said, at the same time, because I have dealt with Angel before. and it was crazy. It was definitely crazy. So,
I want to know what's crazy is playing one of her friends and finding out that she said, "This is how this character plays out. It's supposed to be my home."
Right.
Yeah.
And that goes to show you that birds of feathers don't flock together. I mean, some of them do, but I mean, you and Nas have a whole different perspective of it. Y'all like, I don't put my hands on females. Oh, and Dom too. I don't put my hands on females. Like, that's not how I get my words across or get my point across. So,
Yeah, Dom trying to figure out how to get the girls to like her without hitting them. Like,
right.
So, I be nice to Demi and I can't do nothing.
She can't
Like, she
even
want me to
be
choke
here.
her.
She better not have
What she said? Just because you got your knee on my leg or something, don't mean whatever. She said, but yes.
So, that dialogue is crazy.
She's so funny. She talks so fast. That's that country. And we are based out of Philadelphia, by the way. I keep seeing that question pop up. We are Philadelphia based. So, yeah. But we do have some people who have accents because they are from different places, and Philadelphia is a melting pot. So, yes. Okay, so Naomi with the third party info. So we wanted to talk about this because Demi was turned up in this scene. She was so turned up when her and Taz walked up and they seen whatever they seen, and then they translated that information to Naomi, which completely was something different. So, I mean, how was you in that moment?
Listen, I seen Angel walking down the street trying to talk to another girl. And the fact that Taz wasn't riding, I should whoop her ass first, and then whoop Angel ass because it was totally disrespectful. And in that moment,
Angel, you was rooting for Angel.
I was. Angel was my.
It's like you need to worry about Angel.
And fuck
Angel.
Yeah.
But yeah, but when I was calling Naomi and
yelling and screaming,
giving her the information,
she like,
it might have went, kind of left for some, I was hyped. I was upset. So.
How did you feel about that?
I see a lot of stuff could have been misconstrued, even though I know Angel was something like, but Debbie didn't know what she really saw. Okay. She just saw Angel and somebody talking, and then she just automatically assumed.
But what about the holding hands part? So was they really holding hands?
They wasn't holding. She tried to grab her hand.
She touched her hand.
She touched her hand. Why you touching her hand?
Period. She's like, I don't care. I seen interaction. I seen connection. I seen touching. That's all they meant.
Exactly.
So have you ever had some girl call somebody about you? I was curious to know. What you be getting into, friend?
Let me drink on that.
Quite sure I've been the topic of lots of conversation. Now, as far as me, like, one time I was out to eat with my sister's best friend, which was like, she's like family, like, kids grew up together. We were at Texas Roadhouse, and someone called to the phone call.
Oh,
said that I was like out with that
with a girl.
Yeah.
And
they were talking trash and everything. And it's not a date. That's my friend, so I don't even care how they look. We only doing something or whatnot. But that was like a whole big thing, and of course, they're getting the information from one of their best friends.
So they gonna listen to it.
So they gonna listen to it, and I'm like, she should have said hi.
So
I never had anybody walk up and do all that.
Okay.
My mom was like,
I did.
You did.
I did.
Was it a fight? Was it physical? Wait, did it get physical like T said?
But this was like back in my early adults, like 20, but I popped up on my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, so you do pop up in real life.
I do pop up.
Okay, then he pops up.
And she was out with another girl at a restaurant, and I started flipping.
So this Demi character is very similar to your
like it is. Like I am Demi.
She's a rider. But getting back to third party information, unless you have the facts, please mind your business. Like, that's all that proves. Just mind your business. Unless the facts are there and it all lines up and you know what's really going on, don't go on and tell nobody else's business. You don't know what's going on. Look, it was a sister and everything. I mean, in Angel's case, there was something happening, but I'm talking about in real life.
I mean, in real life, we take into account who's telling us the information.
Yeah.
Best friend told me.
You want to listen to that. You want to listen to that, but she didn't know all the information.
But you know, it's 2020 now, y'all. Next time, take a picture.
Yes.
That's what somebody
said that. Why didn't you get the video? She was ready to fight. She wasn't thinking about no video. Yeah, she wasn't thinking about no video.
I wanted to fuck Angel up. That's all.
Listen, my man was caught.
red-handed.
My man was
And
caught.
Mm-hmm.
And that was nothing but deflection from Angel. Let's point that out. When people normally are lying and things like that, they tend to deflect. So that's what Angel did, but she did it to a whole nother extent.
So here's a question. How do you feel playing the character, letting something slide that you know, like, because your character seems as though you knew she was lying. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that happens in real life.
Right.
A lot of times in relationships, you know, to avoid conflict. But, you know, how do you feel?
I mean, really getting into the character. Like she said, she's Jade. We casted for the person. Like, we didn't have a character pick in our casting call. We had people come in and we was like, oh, this person is going to play that person. We didn't even give out scripts until the people walked in. And I say that to say because everybody was casted for how they tend to really act in life and their personalities and things like that. Not saying that they have the storylines of what's going on, but me playing Jade, a lot of Jade is Alicia. You know, a lot of that is my personality. And the reason why I resonate with Jade so well is because I've been with something that I've been through at a young age, and I wasn't loving myself, and I was letting people get away with things, and I would see things and it would be in plain sight, and I chose to ignore those things. I chose to ignore the signs. I mean, I was young, dumb, in love, and I mean, not even dumb. I don't want to say dumb because there's nothing wrong with learning. You learn by going through experience, and sometimes you're not taught the right things, or you're not, you're hard-headed, because my mom did bring me up the right way, but I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and I wanted to learn on my own. So, you know, I don't know, Jade resonates very well with me because I went through it. So letting Angel get away with those things on screen, it came so natural to me because I used to not let people get away with those kind of things. So, yeah. I forgot I was hosting for a minute. Okay, so episode 5, where Angel throws water in Jade's face. Also, India and Reek, they're doing very well. They seem to be getting along. What else happened in that episode? There's a lot going on, but I just think that everybody wants to address the water.
That's why y'all got married.
Oh yeah, the marriage. Just like a fly-by-night type situation, like, oh, let's go get married, and you know, that type of thing.
I don't know why you didn't call one of us.
Ain't nobody want to hear nobody else's mouth like,
Yeah.
us.
Y'all was just spare moment, y'all just something like, oh, let's go get married.
Yeah. And let me tell y'all about this take with the water in my face, because I told Fame, I said, you got one time. you better get this right, and you better throw it in my face one time. And I almost forgot in this scene, like when she went to throw it, I kind of get up a little bit, but then I sit back down and start crying like I'm supposed to do, because I almost got up and was like, did this girl just throw fucking water in my face? Like, I forgot we was acting for a moment. It'd be so natural, y'all. Like, yes, I was like, you got one time. Just once. You better get it right.
Yeah, even holding the camera, I was like, what the?
I was fucking stuck. I was stuck. Like,
I ran it back.
I said this shit.
Yeah.
It was a boomerang one that we actually posted to our Instagram page.
Yes, follow us on Instagram.
Perceptions_web series. Make sure you follow. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, share our videos and things like that. We love to interact, as y'all can see. So just please do that for us. We appreciate y'all.
But yeah, and she did it. She got it right on the first scene too.
She did get it right. Her energy was there. Like,
yeah, the little walk off part. I was like, oh,
yes,
she really feeling this. I'm like, I don't know what we creating. But she's like, as it got on and progressed, you start really seeing Angel and not seeing Dan. And I'm like,
and it's now it's so hard to unsee her as Angel. Like when she walks into a room, you kind of want to see Angel, and it's like, oh no, that's not Angel, and she's complete opposite of Angel. So that is acting capabilities. Like she really, she's talented. I think when she first started off, she was kind of struggling with her character, and I remember her coming to me and was like, "How do you want me to act?" And I'm like, cocky. Just get cocky with it, and like as the season went on, you just seen her develop more and more and more. So
yeah, I feel like when people actually see her, at least the next.
And we are gonna get Angel in here,
and they actually see her. I think
y'all gonna be surprised. Y'all gonna be y'all might not be as mad anymore at her and trying to get her location, but I mean y'all gonna be surprised. I feel like y'all gonna be really surprised about how Angel really is in person. So
that episode, I wanted to hug my baby.
Oh
my god, it was just so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, because you had to be like, that
that episode, I was like, I'm just not saving her when the end. I don't care about G. Like, I was like, oh, I'm not saving her.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. So switching to a more positive note, India and Reek are doing well.
Yeah.
We should have that last episode that just dropped. India was like sexy.
Sexy.
Ready.
Yeah. Somebody called her a firecracker, a little red firecracker.
Yeah. She gave me everything he been bitching and moaning about. There was food in the air.
His favorite meal. His favorite meal was there.
Came home. Got the quality time, you know? So
that's nice to see. And then we also have Tiny and Candy.
Yes.
The cute little adorable couple.
Yes. I love their little cute little stuff.
I think they're so cute.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they cute. And you know, Candy's developing her character. The more and more you see her, the more you see how comfortable she's getting.
And she comes out more and talks more.
Yeah. And now y'all done welcome her in the family now, so.
Yeah, it's my big daughter.
Yeah. So, me, I look forward to seeing how those two develop. Because I don't know if they're going to get like, just keep her away from them.
Who?
Corrupt her.
Keep it away. Keep Candy away or keep Tiny?
Both.
Yeah.
And then we have Naomi and Nas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think they're cute. I think that couple.
They give me a 90s New York couple back in the day, like, you know, stylish and all of that.
And I'm so supportive of Naomi, like, you know, he does his thing. He, you know, whatever she brings to him and all that other stuff. And he be honest with her too, like, you know,
you stubborn. A little stubborn.
Like, what? When you start feeling this way? But you can see he still got his like guard up a little bit. So.
But they chemistry is definitely there.
Yeah.
So I like the way that she cared for my man. Like, you can see it. So I'm interested to see how that develops as long as Jimmy stays away. She's gonna corrupt the whole cast.
No, I'm not. I'm talking
to her. I'm talking to you.
Stay tuned. It's amazing. I don't know why she.
I don't know. Don't be surprised what happens with Demi. That's all I'm gonna say. No spoilers, but it's gonna get crazy.
So we're gonna get into this just a little bit because I might forget. So each season is going to be focused on a different girl. So the first story was Jay's story. they're still gonna be friends. The storyline is still gonna continue, so y'all still gonna see what's going on. But season 2 is actually Demi's story coming, so y'all gonna see Demi behind the scenes, see what's really going on to get in her business. So y'all can look forward to that.
Yeah, really understand why Demi acts the way that she acts.
Yeah, we gonna get into it. So episode 6, Candy recognizes Angel.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. When they were sitting on the couch. Okay, yeah. I'm here, y'all. I'm here, y'all. Because I lost track of numbers. I'm like,
I was pretty.
Yeah. She like, yeah, that's the girl with the face. Her with the face.
She couldn't even get it out. She was so stunned. She was like, yeah, she couldn't get it out.
She tried to talk to me.
I mean, it's facts right there. Like, I ain't have to take no picture of the girl. She right there.
Small world.
Right.
Yeah, that's
it's a small world. That's the title.
It is. So typical.
Yeah.
Most inner city gay communities. It don't pay free.
You know.
Everybody sees and know each other. And it's
everybody knows each other. Like everybody
yes.
knows each other. I respect a friend for riding.
So why do y'all think Tiny hasn't told Jade that? I know why, because I wrote it, but like, why do y'all think she hasn't said anything?
I don't know. Well, she ends up telling her in the last episode.
She does, but before then,
I think it was just one of those, like, it just didn't.
Time.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think she was
like
trying
to keep it from her.
Yeah.
So I actually, go ahead.
How do you approach a situation like that?
Yeah.
You know, the potential for it to go left is very, very large, especially when you're married.
Right.
I got to figure out how to tell you that your wife, like,
Is
it's
out
not your
here.
girlfriend, your wife.
Right.
You know, how do I do that without, you know,
Real proof.
Right.
yeah, real proof, because of course she's going to deny it, but also, you know, I know my friend, you know, so I'm about to hurt my friend's feelings because, again, you married her.
Right.
So, you know, I don't think that she was, you know, trying to withhold it. I think it's just one of those things where it's like, you know,
When do I say it?
when do I say it? I'm gonna say it, but when and how?
So
their backstory though.
And that's what I was getting into. So
Yeah.
the reason I wrote it that way, so whereas though she didn't tell her till later on, was because you have to remember, Tiny and Jade didn't meet on the best terms.
Right.
And Jade took her in, and I could have, Jade could have put her out once she found out that information, because like you said, that's her wife. She's going to take her wife's side over what's going on, and you know, so it was kind of like a fair thing of, I don't know how to say this, it's the timing, and you know, that's how that came out a little bit later versus where everybody wanted to come out right from the beginning. But it wasn't trust there. Tiny didn't trust Jade to make the right decision, and she probably thought she was going to be put out on the streets. So.
Which understandable.
You know, I think once she had the part where Angel came on to her, it was like, okay, now I'm uncomfortable here. I really have to say something.
Right,
So,
right.
I think that was when, you know, when she had more ammo.
And then she also had Candy as support there,
Yeah.
so I felt like that was important. And then Jade took them in as soon, like I said, the gay door, so the support was there. I think
And
they
then
were.
by that time, James was already starting to get
Yeah, she just over it. Like at this point, it's like, all right, you got me out here looking stupid. At first, I was ignoring things, but now you're just starting to be super disrespectful. So it's like enough is enough. So episode 7. I don't even need my notes anymore. This was my last note, y'all. But episode 7, Key is back. So how do y'all feel about Key coming back?
That's cheating.
That's cheating.
You married.
So her just going to see her being a friend. That's cheating.
Girl, and you in a car with another girl.
Yeah,
But she
yeah.
didn't know that. What you mean she didn't know that?
So that's
She cheating.
They ain't cheating too.
They're both cheating.
Listen.
So that's both cheating.
Listen.
So you feel like because it was like somebody you had an emotional connection with, they were like interacting, so that's cheating.
Because you walked in the door and it was sparks already.
First
You
of all,
must not.
Angel started cheating from the jump.
I understand that, but we're not talking about her.
So that's no. So she pinned Jay Kid is all fair game.
It's all fair game.
All fair game.
Oh, that's how you play it.
Yeah, but I'm mad that you wore Key back in.
I think at that point where Angel done put a knife to her neck, Angel done did so much, Jimmy's just like, I am done. I don't give a F what's going on.
Why do we call it?
Because I feel like, I mean, when I wrote it was coming from, I don't want my friends to be judgmental. So I'm not going to really tell them what's going on with me because I'm scared that Demi's going to be trying to fight her and throw her out the house. And I'm scared that Naomi is not going to speak to me. And they actually went through those things. And touching base on that, I just want to touch base on that with Naomi because Naomi was actually going through her own situation. The timing wasn't right of when they got into an argument, Jade and Naomi, but she was going through something else and her situation was just as important as Jade's was. So I just want to touch on that because I know a lot of people had commented on that, like Naomi, that was not the right time. And at that time, she was upset, so she was only reacting how she knew how to from being upset. So yeah. That's the key. So, I mean, some people said they want to see Jade and Key back together. How do y'all feel about that?
Negative. Negative.
I mean, as playing Key's best friend.
God.
I convinced her to, Jade, y'all seem like y'all had something going on. She cool, yeah, me. Do your thing.
I think you put that in her head because she looked way uncomfortable expressing herself.
I mean, Key is the type of person that just like
it's hard. Well, Key does. It's hard for her to express her feelings.
Yeah, like she want to settle down, but then she still want to like have fun. So she just like but she always honest and upfront. Like this is what it is. Until I'm ready for anything more, this is what it's gonna be. So I don't know, but she she expressed that she did miss G. So I'm like, well, you miss her, and me.
But missing and having feelings is two different things.
I think there were feelings, like you just said, like Danny. I was about to call her Jazz. Danny just said, you seen an automatic connection, smiles on the face and things like that. So I think they missed each other and they missed each other's company because I think they just laugh. Like the way it looks like they interact, they just laugh together, they have fun together. But Key's just disrespectful. So, but no, I think like Danny said, like there was a connection there, but Key just has a hard time expressing feelings, and that's what. And
then what happened? She expressed her feelings, she got curved. So
I mean, it happens sometimes, and that goes to show you if you have something good, appreciate it the first time, and there won't be a second time where you get curved. So
yeah,
appreciate. But I don't think Jay actually kind of like curved, but she's going through a lot at this moment, and she might do want to put her energy into Key, but she got a fucking wife at home trying to kill her. Like, what the fuck is going on? She can't think about her.
And she said that. And she said, no, you need to get yourself together, and I need to really get myself together.
Right.
And
maybe. She got it. She said she was going to be a friend.
Yeah.
She showed a little sweet side there.
Yeah. Key softened up. Y'all was coming at Key, but then y'all met Angel.
And she had flowers, too.
She had flowers. Yeah, she was prepared.
Oh, I
know. Knowing damn well she ain't never bought no flowers. You got a little bit of Key up in you. Listen, we friends in real life, so I gotta fuck with her.
And I know her in real life.
Do you think I have a little bit of Key up in you?
Yeah. Yes, friend. You got a harsh truth about you.
No.
But you honest. Listen, let me tell you, she is a sweetheart. She really is, but I think her honesty kind of gets overshadowed by it.
But don't put her down like that. People be on her top too. They be asking about Danny in the comments.
They do ask about you.
But they like the bad boys, right? All right then. They don't like bad girls. That's the only thing. Why I gotta be bad?
I don't think you did, friend. I think you get put into that place because you have like a kind of thuggish, swag to you. So I think they just automatically think, yeah, they are. They are. So
right.
You're the only one that I guess should probably start acting like that. But you married, so it's a little bit different. it's not the same thing as just having a girlfriend. Like you
Yeah.
can't just go like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm mad at my wife. Let me go and link up with somebody from the past. Like that's not how you conduct yourself in a marriage.
Right. Right.
You know, so it's again, as much as I wish you would start finding a new pond to fish in. And hopefully that
Have
happens.
some hope for Jade. Have some hope. Have some hope.
I had some hope because I'm highly disappointed in my friend Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Angel in this car situation. I was not prepared for that car.
The girl
Action.
popped up.
Yes, her
Who is
old
the girl?
thing. She said, I ain't seen you in a minute ever since you got in a relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, that's our old boo?
That's somebody.
Yeah.
It was just
It's like,
somebody.
it really grinds my gears that you don't call and text me ever since you got in this relationship. And I'm like, oh.
It just
And
hopped
Angel
right over.
said, we ain't doing that. She was like, but I miss you, sis. She said, show me.
That's what happened.
That. I'm like, oh.
Angel makes me sick.
Yo, it be so hard.
Oh, gosh.
Listen, it be so
First of all,
hard.
she ain't jumping in nobody's pasture side hump. Don't do that.
Oh,
No, she went to their house.
So what?
said, let's
That's
be
flowers.
She said, let's be friends.
Yeah.
And we had a good relationship before we had a connection.
Do
Let's just keep
you
that.
think that you can be friends with an ex?
Why can't you?
Yeah.
I've been friends with plenty of my exes. And we have never.
Stayed friends.
Yes,
Yes.
we stayed
Yeah.
friends.
I've been friends with my exes when we say.
Have you?
Obviously not. Obviously not. But it's okay.
Okay. Next question.
No.
I'm not friends with any of my exes.
Wow.
I'm friends with people from like a literal like that was my girlfriend. People I've dated.
Well, dating and girlfriend is two different things.
Exactly.
So.
Depends on how you take dating
Yeah.
and how the
Yeah.
extent you go. Because some people are really in relationships without labels.
I don't even know.
But we're going to switch to the comments, y'all. Our favorite part.
Yeah, let's read the comments.
So we have a comment from Wendy Autumn. Y'all make this seem so real. Y'all got us all over here ready to jump Angel abusive ass.
Yo, drop the location.
I feel like everybody feels the same way. Like,
Yeah, everybody's on Angel top, like, crazy, yo.
Too bad for fame.
Aw.
She's
Thank
really
God,
nice.
she really is
She
like a whole
really
other
is a
person.
sweetheart, though.
But
Yes.
the thing about it is, they'll walk past fame and not
And won't
think
even
she's
see
safe.
it.
Yeah.
So she's safe.
Yes.
Another comment was from Misha Black. Jay too big to be letting Angel little clown ass beat on her.
Yes.
No, abuse does not have a size, and that's
Yeah.
what like anybody can get abused. Now,
I just want to know why you was letting her.
She little.
I understand that, but I'm just saying when people are in those situations, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't have the personality of let me get up and fight this girl or whatever. Some people weren't brought up in that way. So
Yeah, and I'm saying,
abuse doesn't have a size.
You're right.
I've
You're
seen
right.
videos of big people get knocked out by smaller people. So
Right.
it's like the size don't really always matter, like in that case. In other cases, I don't know, but
Listen, all my shirties bigger than me, so I can't count.
Just run at the same time.
I gotta pick something up and knock me the fuck out. So.
Okay, the next comment is from Sheba Official. Why Jade married this girl? The red flags have been there. Jade is basically saying, oh, I love red flags. Red flags is my favorite color. I'm a blood. I just wanted to shout this comment out because when I read this, I was cracking up.
I'm like, oh man.
but it's true.
yeah,
It was true.
but-
The red flags were there.
But Jade, she's in love, you know.
And she was looking for love. You know,
Yeah.
you have to remember that she had just got out of a situation with Key and she didn't really get into her hurt. She went right from one situation to the next situation,
Right.
did not deal with her pain or
Right.
anything like that. So she's just dwindling.
And then her Angel had history.
Right.
And she never like expected this to come up.
Right.
So.
And then on top of that, her self-love is not there. Like she does not value herself or her worth is low at this point. So of course she's going to accept anything and everything from
And when you're
This fucking
constantly
girl.
getting beat down, and let's not even just talk about the physical part of it, because Angel is also mentally abusive, and she says things like you know you always talking about your fucking friends and all this other stuff. So she tries to isolate Jade away from everyone else and makes her feel like she does not have anyone else but Angel. So that's very important to know. Sometimes when you're in abusive situations, people isolate you to make you feel like you're the only person that they can come to and nobody else has your back. They probably talk about you, they feel like you're stupid and things like that. So that does happen. And I think that's
I think it was important to see that, even though you showed, every time you saw Jade, like, she was up to par, she was dressing, her hair was good, makeup, all that other stuff. But at the same time, all that was just a cover up.
It's a mask. It's a mask.
Inside with her, so, you know, that's what, like, you say, like, check up on your strong friends.
Yeah, someone actually wrote a comment about that. Check up on your silent and strong friends. It's very important. People think that your friends are doing okay. Oh, they got a nice job, or oh, they doing this, they traveling, so they good. But sometimes mentally, people are not there, and it's very important to check up on your friends. Even if you haven't talked to them in years, and you feel like the conversations will be so awkward, it never hurts to be like, remember that time when we was in high school and such, and then I was thinking about you today, and you'll be surprised how that can open up a conversation.
Yeah.
Next comment. Okay, this comes from, I don't know if it's C or Sa Majestic. The next comment comes from, I don't know if it's C or Sa Majestic. Shout out to you, because we see you in our live chat every week on time, and the one time you couldn't make it, you wrote us a note saying you was on the plane, and we understood, like, we love you over here, we fucks with you, okay?
Yeah.
But she said, Angel, A is for a no good evil liar. She needs to get the fuck from around Jade, like ASAP. And Naomi, you were wrong. If I see my best friend with the black eye, there's nothing else that more important until we find out who, what, where, why, and how, and then we pulling up. Once again with Naomi, she was going through her own thing. I mean, I feel like Naomi is a rider. I feel like Naomi has Jay's back emotionally and things like that, but she was in her own space and going through her own thing, so.
I think it just caught her off guard.
Yeah.
And then Jay was very defensive and
pushing.
She was like, yo, just leave. And then it was just like, wait, what? Like, I don't think Naomi got the chance to, like, gather what exactly was going on.
They both couldn't communicate properly in that moment, because, you know, Naomi had her own issue, and then Jay appeared, you can see her issue. So their communication was definitely off, and it just kind of like blew up at each other.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that she called India.
Because Demi was just popping up, pulling up, but no, India said, what we doing? Like, it's going.
Yeah, she was ready too, but
I think at that point, it's like, let your friend learn her lesson on her own. Let her go from experience and things like that. So, and also with Jade and Demi, because you don't really see them kind of interacting towards the end with Jade and Demi, that was actually purposely done because they're actually living their own life right now. So life is going by, and Demi doesn't even really know what's going on fully. So, you know, like we said, people go in and out of each other's lives, so check up on your friends. Make sure
I didn't know, I would have been at that fucking barbershop.
That barbershop.
That fucking barbershop.
Yes, everybody gets it. Look, everybody gets it.
Dad's barbershop, and Angel was in that bitch. Take that. Nope.
Take it outside.
Get my cake.
Look, everybody get out. What's going on? Everybody get out the shop. How do y'all feel about the barbershop scenes? I feel like they be having some fun little conversations.
It's the barbershop.
It's the barbershop. They go down.
That's cool. Yeah, I look forward to seeing more of that.
Yeah. I feel like the girls need like a spot to make a comment just like that. You know, they got the barbershop. We need like the spot. Something.
Maybe we can get a little.
The strip club.
Demi.
Maybe we can get a little dance studio. Maybe we can get a little dance studio. You can see the girls do some numbers and things like that. And
I think that could be the spot.
Yeah, that could be our little spot. You know, maybe we can do something like that.
No
we do have some
studs,
dancers.
no studs or boys allowed.
We don't want to go anywhere.
No, y'all do.
Yeah, we ain't had about nothing though.
That's how you feel, friend.
Just
You must have had a Demi in your life.
She did.
You must have had
She
a Demi that got on your last nerve.
She did.
more than one different.
Had a couple angels too.
See, look. Change perspectives. Now it's
This ain't about us.
No, but I'm just saying, like, look, it can go either way. There you go.
Yeah.
So that is it for our comments. Anybody want to talk about what they're doing next projects or anything? Like, there is going to be season 2, we know that, but next projects and things, that would be
Dancing.
Are you going to be posting these dancing videos?
I'm going to be posting.
She be having some little sexy videos going on her page and stuff.
Yes, burlesque dancing.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all, when she came to the audition, right?
Oh my god!
I really wish we would have recorded this because when she came to the audition, she was like so confident and she was like, I'm a dancer. She was Janae at that point, but she really was acting like Vivian. And she was like, I'm Janae, she's swinger, locks and everything. And I was like, well, if I put some music on for you, I want you to dance. And when I tell you she came up there, she done did a bend over. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, she's the main character.
I remember my exact outfit. Child.
Oh yeah, she had on booty shorts.
Oh,
That was out and everything. Yes. I wish I
That's
could
funny because
record
she was
this.
like, the whole time leading up to you was like, I'm gonna come, but I'm just so nervous. Like, what am I
Oh
supposed
no,
to
the
do?
confidence was there. I really wish I could have recorded the auditions because the auditions was the best part of like doing this. Like everybody with their personalities. I just remember Punky coming into the room. Well, no, I actually called Punky when she got the part and she was like, I'm about to blow up. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I really wish I could have did. Oh my god, it's just everybody whose energy was there. Like Shay came out and like showed out, and Tiny, like me and Tiny did a whole little thing together, and it was cool. And like Fame, Fame just like switched up and that, like
was singing.
Yes, we had so much fun doing this, like so much fun. So what's next?
I don't know. I got a lot of ideas, a lot of different things. I definitely want to think about doing another web series to see like what I want to do, whatever. But you know, y'all can still check me on FB Lenses. I still have my BBR2 campaign going on. We're about to take that joint to Miami.
Oh yeah, and we are going to Sweet Heat, and she's doing photo shoots in Sweet Heat.
Yes.
So y'all better get y'all bikini, y'all sexy shoot going.
Yes,
She
we're
gonna
going forward to Miami edition. It's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be decent.
I'm posting it on YouTube.
Speaking of photo shoots, me and Demi are actually doing a photo shoot. We're gonna do it for cash. It's gonna be a sexy little lingerie photo, so y'all gonna get a taste of that or whatever. So make sure y'all follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
I am Alicia ALYSHA_J.
And her .young YUNG underscore you.
We gonna put it on the screen for y'all. We gonna put it on the screen for y'all.
You right, try to follow.
Oh my goodness.
We gonna put it up on the screen because it's so hard to when you're like saying your Instagram, and that's my name, and I know how to spell my name, but just saying it just seems so weird. So, what's next for you? You got a gram or anything for them?
Well, first things first. Y'all can follow me on the gram at Mr. WoBuddy_LV. And next up, my birthday.
Hey!
March 21st.
So the turn up coming on.
Yeah.
Still a long night coming on.
I promise. It's gonna be well worth being in attendance.
So look
out for the flyers.
We'll post it up there.
Come through if you miss it.
That's on
y'all. Take off the next day. I'm taking off the next day. Danny already be up all night.
And then we can go outside.
Oh yeah, we don't have a dance place that day, so like that we gonna go in
And then our photo shoot is the next day.
We good.
Okay.
Oh man, let me get my 5-hour energy job.
Now, what's next for me is I am actually starting my own YouTube channel. Some people have actually subscribed to me already, so if you have not, make sure you go ahead and do it. It's going to be Self Love with I Am Alicia J. And I am going to teach y'all makeup techniques. I'm going to talk about self-love from the inside out. I'm just going to talk about a whole bunch of things. We got Spiritual Sundays, where we're going to talk about energy and things like that. We got Wind Down Wednesdays, where we're going to just get real with it. We're going to have some guests and talk about some things. And we have Sexy Saturdays, where we're going to get some lingerie. We're going to talk about how you can seduce your partner, a little bit of seduction. Okay, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Everybody, season finale this Sunday.
Tune in.
Season finale is gonna be crazy.
It's
Y'all turn your notifications on.
Come to the live chat with us. Shout out to everybody in the live chat.
Yes.
We really appreciate y'all. We see y'all. We love y'all.
Y'all gonna see a different side of Demi.
Oh God.
Y'all gonna see a different side of Jazz. Like it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna pack.
Yes. And I'm excited.
I'm
I
excited.
don't think I'm in the last episode.
I don't think you.
You were behind the camera.
Get everything. Get everything.
But I know a lot of people have been like reaching out to me and asking me about season 2 and casting. Any casting calls that we have, we will post it on YouTube, but it's probably all information really goes back to Instagram. Our Instagram is where everything is posted, everything is updated daily, so you can go follow us at Perceptions_Web Series on Instagram and just check it out. Casting calls are not coming right now. We need a break. We do need a break, a mental break, and casting calls will be coming soon. It will probably be around June during gay pride time, so look out for that. I know some people said they was driving from Virginia and things like that, so we look forward to y'all. And shout out to our international people. We see people from Korea and things like that. That's so dope. We love it, y'all. We love it for real.
Oh man.
Yes, it's decent to be in the live chat and see where people are really from. That's so dope, right? That's dope.
And just because next week is the last episode doesn't mean that we're gonna keep y'all.
We're gonna get some bloopers for
Y'all
y'all.
gonna get some videos. Still, it's gonna be videos going all the way up till we start recording again. So
Something. Y'all
Stay
order something.
subscribed.
Maybe we'll have some lives where people come in and talk to y'all and things like that. Keep y'all entertained. So, share y'all. Just keep sharing. We appreciate y'all. Tune in our last Sunday, Perceptions Web Series, 8 p.m.
Yes. Y'all gonna want
yeah.
to tune in. Listen, I'm giving y'all the hint. Be there. Be square.
Yes. All right, y'all. But thank you. Yeah, subscribe, like, comment, share.
Subscribe, like, comment, share.
But life don't come with a guide to show you what to do. You just gotta try to live right.